Assalamu alaikum. I will be giving a talk on going back to the basics. Muslims really struggle and have a lot of hardships in their daily worship activities for many reasons. Some reasons might be because they're going too fast, or they're not taking their time, or maybe there are external factors where his family's getting in the way, or school's getting in the way, or work is getting in the way. One quick solution would be going back to the basics. Basically, going back and really thinking and pondering and re-evaluating the 5 pillars. The 5 pillars are prayer, fasting, zakat, hajj, and belief in one God and the Prophet Muhammad, his messenger, peace be upon him. The first one I would like to highlight is prayer. Prayer is something that is essential to everyone's life. Even people that are not even Muslim, they have some form of prayer that they conduct either on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Some more than others, but the point is that prayer is very important. Now, as Muslims, we just have 5 simple prayers: morning prayer, early afternoon, mid-afternoon, sunset prayer, and night prayer. And these prayers are really meant to rejuvenate ourselves and really show that we are obedient and submissive to the one true God. There are many other virtues to prayer, but those are just some of them. Now, as a Muslim, the reason why we should really take a step back and really go back to the basics if we're having troubles in our faith is because prayer is a very key, important tool that we use to help ourselves in daily life. One big way that it's helping us in daily life is it is a good way to show God that you are obedient, and that if you want something from Him, or if you're doing what you're told, then you are most likely to have your du'as answered. By working on your prayer and focusing on your prayer, you will be able to be successful in making dua to Allah and basically getting what you want. Even though the majority of the time, that is not what you should be looking for. You should not be looking for easy ways to get your worship done so you can just get what you want. Prayer is something that should be a humbling experience and an intimate experience between you and your Creator. The next pillar I would like to talk about is zakat. Muslims really need to take zakat much more serious. By going back to the basics and really, first of all, just paying the zakat first and foremost, if you are one of the people that have to pay. This will help you in so many ways, because zakat is almost like a purification for the person and his wealth. So when a person gives zakat, he's giving away a little bit of his money because he's ordered to do so by the Creator. Also, by giving zakat, he is helping out people in need, and not only him and his family. So many people benefit from zakat that we don't even know. His zakat can stay local, or it might go all over the world. I'm not sure where it goes, but it is very true and certain that it is really very helpful. Zakat is not only a purification for the person and his wealth, but it is a good way to show God that you are very serious. Also, zakat is not for everyone. Some people, they don't make enough money and they do not have to give zakat. Therefore, they have to really give money whenever they can. Almost every single Muslim, it is not mandatory, but it is very good and very recommended to just give money whenever they have a surplus or whatever someone else is in need. To friends, family, people you don't know, strangers, etc. The next thing I would like to talk about is the declaration of faith. As a Muslim, to go back to the basics, it is very important to really profess your faith clearly to your Lord and make a new intention every day. When a person becomes a new Muslim, he says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. He is proclaiming and taking that first step into the religion of Islam. As Muslims, we should find a way to really renew our faith and renew our intention every single day. It does not have to take long, or it does not have to be troublesome. As simple as before prayer saying, I'm going to renew my intention and I'm going to try my best to be the best person I can be this morning. And this can be done before prayer, after prayer, um, maybe when you're by yourself, before you wake up, before you go to bed. Any of those times works just fine. Even when you're on the road, to really just stop, don't stop the car, just stop your thoughts and basically renew your intention. The next way, if a person is able to, that is physically and financially and mentally able to, is to perform Hajj. This is a really good way to basically show your devotion to God and really have a life changing experience to make you a better person. When a person goes to Hajj, he sees all different people, all different shapes and sizes, and all different colors. And everyone is there for, hopefully, everyone there is for a good intention and really wants to profess their faith and basically and show God that they care. Hajj is also a place where a person goes through a series of rituals that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has went through, and that the Prophet Abraham has went through. He is really showing, and he's really going through the steps to show that he is a devoted believer. Now, this happens only once a year, and this is only if a person has enough money, that is healthy, that is mentally able to, and fits those main criteria. A person can also perform Umrah, which is like the minor pilgrimage, which can be done any time of the year, with very similar rituals, not as rigorous, but it is still very beneficial. If every person can, it is mandatory that if they're able to perform Hajj once a year. And if they want, they can perform Umrah whenever they want, the more the better. The next is fasting. Fasting is a way to purify yourself and cleanse yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and for the Creator. Fasting is one of those things where you are doing something your Creator told you to, and He has said in one of His sayings that fasting is for me, which means fasting is for you are fasting for the Creator only. Yes, you might be doing it for not so good reasons, but He wants to take it as His own, from what I've heard. Fasting, going back to the basics and really finding out that fasting is very beneficial, is very needed. Not only during Ramadan, but whenever you really can. We are mandated to fast 30 days in Ramadan, but a person can fast mainly on certain days, or almost, there's regulations, but almost any day of the year, with exceptions to days like Fridays, etc. A good 2 days to fast to get back to the basics would be Monday and Thursday, or what they call, I don't know, the white days or the moon days on 13th, 14th, and 15th of every month. Fasting is a good way to really reconnect yourself with the Creator and to physically and spiritually cleanse yourself. There are plenty of scientific and health/nutrition reasons why fasting is good for you, but that is beyond the scope of this talk. Lastly, fasting is good for you because it is a commandment, and fulfilling this hard task really shows your Creator that you are very devoted. By successfully completing fasting for Ramadan, I'm sure that there's a very big reward in it for you when you fast during the month of Ramadan. So to get back to the basics and to really figure out how can I how can I help myself and my Creator is very important. Lastly, to fix the problem, or one of the ways to help the problems of most Muslims, is to go back to the basics.